Hello everyone. In this video I am going to demonstrate Allen Bradley programmable logic controller. So as you can see here, this is Allen Bradley programmable logic controller PLC rack. So this is how it looks like. So I'll bring closer to the rack. So as you can see here, there are many modules on the rack. So these are all cards. This is the processor card, this is communication card, this is another communication card, this is the relay output card. As you can see, this is the relay output card, this is analog output card, this is digital input card, this is another communication card, this is another processor on the same rack, this is a spare slot. See, there is no card here, this is a spare slot, this is another Ethernet controller card, and this is another communication card, this is another communication card, and this is a spare card. So this is how the full rack looks like. I will show you from the far. So this is the complete rack. So in the rack, in this rack, how many slots we have, we can calculate like this. So power supply is slot 0, this is one slot, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and power supply is 2 slots. So it is a 15 slot chassis. So if you look here, this full rack, this is a 15 slot chassis. This is a 15 slot rack. So power supply, we have to count 2. Okay. So now as you can see here, see, this is the power supply. This is the first thing in the rack. This is the power supply. So you can see here, power supply cables are connected. See here, these are the power supply cables. So you can see here, switch on, switch off options are there. Switch on, switch off button is there. You can switch on and switch off the whole rack from here. So this is the power supply. Okay, Allen Bradley power supply. So if you come here, you can see the model number of the PLC of the power supply rack. See, this is the model number. From here we can come to know the model number of the power supply. Okay, so now if we come here, we will see this is the processor module. This Logix 5561, this is the CPU. See, this is the Logix 55661, this is the CPU. Okay, so this is how the PLC looks like, the main PLC. This is the main controller. This is controlling the plant. This unit is controlling the plant. So if you come here, you can see there are a couple of LEDs here. Run LED green means it is controlling now. IO LED green means it is communicating with the IO devices. The communication is healthy. The CPU is okay, the green light is there. If there is any battery fault, there will be amber light here. Okay, if we force any signal, there will be one orange light here. So if you can see here, there are 3 positions of the switch. This is run, this is remote, and this is program. There are 3 positions in this key switch. So this is the key switch selection. So if we keep it remote, we can change the mode from the software. We can change the mode from the software to run mode and the program mode. Okay, so this is how the PLC looks like. So if you come here, you can see this is the battery. This battery is used to keep the program memory intact. If there is a power supply failure, this battery will keep the program memory. And from here you can see this is the port for communication. This is the serial communication port. Okay, you can see here, you can see this is the serial port communication. The pinout will be written here. So this port is used for the communication purposes. So from this port we will connect to the laptop and we will open the PLC programming software. Allen Bradley Rockwell software, programming software we will open. Okay, so this is how the communication port looks like. Okay, so this is how the CPU looks like. The CPU details, if we remove the CPU from here, we can see the model number of the CPU. I cannot remove it from here because this is installed and this is running. Okay. So now this is a communication card. This is written Ethernet IP. See, ETH Ethernet IP. This is Ethernet card. Okay, you can see here the Ethernet link is blinking and it is green and it is module is okay. You can see the IP address is scrolling. You can see the module is okay and you can see the IP address of this module. So this module IP address is used for us to communicate with the plant network. Okay, I will make a detailed another video for this, how this card behaves. I will make a detailed video. For now, you remember that it is used for the communication purpose. This card is used for the communication purpose. This is the LAN cable coming from the card. You can see here there is a LAN port under. You can see here this is the Ethernet port here. See, this port is this is an Ethernet port. This is Ethernet port, and from here it is connected to the LAN network. Okay, so this is how this Ethernet IP card looks like. So this card is responsible for the communication with the computer with the HMI software. This card is responsible for communication with the HMI software. See, Ethernet IP. So if when I will give the training on the software, that time you will see I will configure this card. Okay, so this is how the Ethernet IP communication card looks like. This card is responsible for communication. This is the CPU card controlling the plant, and this is the card responsible for communication. So this is another card, communication card. This is ProSoft communication card. This card is responsible to hold all the Modbus data. All Modbus communication is handled by this card. I will not discuss much about this card now, but only the important thing is that this card is responsible for all Modbus communication. Okay, this is, if we remove this card, the Modbus functions, Modbus related data coming from other PLCs will be stopped. Okay, so this card function is to communicate this controller rack with another PLCs. Another PLC data coming to this PLC will be handled by this ProSoft communication card. Okay, you see the ProSoft communication card. There will be another Ethernet link here. Actually, in this link, the Modbus signals are coming. See, in this link, this is also another Ethernet link. In this link, Modbus communication, Modbus signals are coming. Let me see. Yeah, I will show you how the link looks like. See, it looks like this. Okay. Now, there is another important card. This is the output card. As you can see here, this is the relay output card. This is the command. This will give command to the field devices. As you can see here on this card, there are some orange LEDs are glowing. See here, 2 is glowing, 15 is glowing. There is one OK signal is there, that is also there, it should be there. Okay, so OK means the card is healthy and it is running. The channels 1 and 2, they are glowing means these outputs are now on. 15 is glowing means the channel 15 is on. You can see here how the wiring is made. See, these are the screws. These are the screws and the wiring is made accordingly. I will make another detailed video on how these wirings are made. For now, this is the card and the card looks like this. Okay, so channel 15 is on, channel 1 is on, channel 2 is on. Okay, so these are the screws and the cables. These are the signals coming out from this card. Okay, so this is the relay output card. Now we will see the analog output card. This is analog output card giving analog signal to different devices. As you can see, the card health LED, this is the health status. This shows the card is okay. The green status here, analog output card, here shows the card is okay. So analog output card is running. Okay, so now if we remove this cover, we will see the signals are, the wires are, cables are connected here. So you can see here, these are the terminal connections, how to connect. Okay, so there is a module datasheet. This module has a datasheet, this module has a datasheet. All the modules, they have their own datasheet. So in the datasheet of this module, this screw terminal details will be given. So I will make another video related to the screw terminals of this module. Okay, so this is how the analog output card works. See, the cables are coming out like this. Is well made, well dressed, nicely dressed with cable ties and all. So the cables are coming and they are coming in this plastic rail. Okay, so now I will show you the digital input card. See, this is DC input. Okay, this is digital input card. You can see here this OK lamp is blinking. So the module is OK now here. So whatever signals are coming has to be, it should come here in green. So presently no inputs are coming to this card. Okay, so it is, see, this is OK lamp is blinking. Okay, the module is OK. So if you see here, none of the signals are connected. If you see here, none of the signals are connected. So since there is no signal connected, this module, it is showing here blinking. Okay, just it is configured and no signals are connected. That's why it is showing here blinking. It is just, looks like it is just a spare slot. With the card inside, it is just like a spare slot. Nothing is connected. You can see the screw terminals. So these are the screw terminals of a digital module, digital input module. I will make another detailed video separately for this card. So after the digital input card, there is ProSoft communication card. This is another same communication card. This communication card is responsible for communication with third-party devices. So ProSoft communication. You can see here. You can see here, this is communicating via Ethernet to some third-party devices. Okay, see, this is communicating with Ethernet with some third-party devices. So you can see here, there is an Ethernet link there connected, and there is the cable is going down. Okay, so this card is, you can see the IP address of the card blinking on the this one on the display. See 192.168.1.254. The card is okay. Okay, so like this the card is behaving. Okay, this is responsible for communication with other PLCs, other controllers. Now we can see here on the same rack there is another PLC connected. So this is the redundant PLC of the first PLC. This is another PLC, spare PLC. So not spare PLC, this is another PLC on the same rack. So they are internally connected with each other. Okay, so this is the second PLC. So you can see here the run LED is glowing, means the PLC program is running. IO is green, means the IO cards are all healthy. All IO cards are available. If any IO card is faulty, it will become orange. So this green light on CPU okay means the CPU is okay and it is running. There is no battery lamp and there is no force lamp. If we force any signal, if we bypass any interlock, force any signal, this LED will glow. And if there is a low battery, this LED will glow. Okay, so now you can see here, this is the communication port. You can see this is the communication port. This is used for communicating with the laptop to load the program. This port is used to load the program. And here this is the battery. This will keep the program memory intact. Now you can see here, this is the switch. If this switch is on the remote, we can change the PLC condition to run or to program mode. So when we are loading the program, automatically the PLC has to go to program mode. If it is not selected to program mode, we cannot write program to this controller. So the model number of this PLC is, this PLC belongs to Logix 5561 family. So this is how the CPU looks like. See, we have seen one more CPU on the same rack. So here was one CPU. So here is another CPU. So this is a dual CPU rack. Okay, this is a dual CPU rack. Okay, so this slot is empty. This slot has no, it is doing nothing. So there is one more ProSoft Ethernet card. This card is responsible for communication with the third-party devices. Again, see, it is data is coming from other PLCs and it is writing data to other PLCs as well. So these two cards are communication cards. These two cards are responsible for communication with the third-party devices. ProSoft Ethernet. This card is also doing the same thing. It is communicating with third-party devices. Okay, so all these three cards, they are responsible to write the plant data to another third-party devices where these data will be analyzed. Okay, so this is how the rack looks like. So this is how a 15-slot PLC chassis looks like. So you can see here, written here below it, there is a marking PLC rack 1. You can see this one. There is a marking PLC rack 1. Okay, so this is how Allen Bradley PLC rack looks like. So this is Logix 5561 family. So this is the first video on PLC racks and PLC, how the cards are installed on the PLC rack. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Please follow my channel. You will see a lot of informative videos on my channel. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.